Picture this. You wake up in the morning, not to the jarring sound of an alarm clock, not to the rush of traffic, not to another day at a desk where you feel invisible. Instead, you wake up in a little apartment in Barcelona. The sunlight spills through your window. You take a slow walk down to a cafe. You open your laptop, not for 8 hours, not for 6 hours, but for just 1 hour. You check your online business. Orders are coming in. Payments are flowing. Everything is working while you live your life. Freedom. Now here's the catch. This isn't a dream. This isn't fiction. This is a life Tim Ferriss describes in the 4-Hour Workweek. And in today's breakdown, I'll show you exactly how Ferriss cracked the code. The 4 steps that can take you from being chained to the office to living life on your terms. The old way versus the new rich. For decades, society has been feeding us the same plan. Go to school, get good grades, get a secure job, work hard for 40 years. Then when you're 65, you can finally relax, travel, live your dreams. But Tim Ferriss asks, what if you don't make it to 65? What if your health is gone by then? What if your energy has dried up? What if you finally get the time, but not the strength to use it? That's why he introduces us to a new kind of people, the new rich. The new rich don't wait for retirement. They don't measure success in years worked or hours clocked. They design their lives to maximize time, freedom, and experience right now. They use money not as the end goal, but as a tool to buy time, to create freedom, and to craft a lifestyle worth living. And this brings us to the 4 steps of Ferriss's system, which he calls DL definition, elimination, automation, liberation. Step 1, definition. Step 1 is definition. This is where most people go wrong. We think success is a big house, a fancy car, a prestigious job title. But Ferriss flips the question. He asks, what would your ideal day look like if money wasn't a problem? Not in 20 years. Not in retirement. But right now, think about it. If you had all the freedom in the world, how would you spend a Tuesday? Would you travel? Would you wake up slow and spend time with your kids? Would you learn an instrument or start painting or launch that side business you've been secretly dreaming of? Because here's the truth. Success isn't about having more. It's about designing a life that excites you. And to make that less scary, Ferriss gives us a tool, fear setting. Here's how it works. Step 1. Write down your biggest fear. For example, if I quit my job, I'll go broke. Step 2. Write down the worst case scenario. Okay, maybe I run out of money. Maybe I have to move back home. Maybe I pick up another job. Step 3. Write how you'd recover. And suddenly, that giant fear shrinks into something manageable. The lesson is clear. The cost of inaction, the cost of doing nothing, is often far more dangerous than the cost of trying. So the first step, define what matters. Define your dream day. Define your freedom. Step 2, elimination. Step 2 is elimination. And here's where Ferriss delivers a hard truth. Being busy is not the same as being productive. We love to brag about being busy. We answer emails all day. We attend back-to-back meetings. We scroll. We click. We tap. But ask yourself, at the end of the day, did it move the needle? This is where the 80-20 rule comes in. 80% of your results come from just 20% of your efforts. The trick? Identify that 20% and eliminate the rest. Let's get practical. If 80% of your sales come from 20% of your clients, why waste time on the other 80%? If 80% of your stress comes from 20% of your activities, why not cut them out? Ferriss also introduces the low information diet. Stop drowning in the news cycle. Stop refreshing social media. Check your emails only twice a day. He once said, most information is time-consuming, negative, irrelevant, and outside of your control. So why feed your brain with junk? Imagine cutting your workload in half, but doubling your results. That's elimination. Step 3, automation. Now, step 3 is where the magic happens. Automation. This is the heart of the 4-hour workweek. The idea is simple. Stop trading time for money. Build systems that earn while you sleep. Ferriss shows us how. Outsource. Hire virtual assistants to handle tasks like scheduling, research, emails. Automate. Use digital tools, payment processors, ads, online systems that run on autopilot. Build a muse. A muse is a small, automated business that generates steady income with minimal involvement. Here's an example. You write an ebook once. You set up on a website. You automate sales with ads. And from then on, people buy it day and night without you lifting a finger. Or maybe it's an online course. Or an e-commerce product with fulfillment handled by a third party. The point is, your income is no longer chained to your hours, because time is the real currency, and automation is how you buy it back. Step 4, liberation. And finally, we arrive at liberation. This is where you escape the 9 to 5, escape the cubicle, escape the location trap. Liberation is about mobility. It's about freedom. It's about living life where you want, how you want. For some people, this means negotiating remote work. For others, it means building an online business that allows you to work from anywhere. And here's where Ferriss introduces a concept of geo-arbitrage. It's simple but powerful. Earn in strong currencies like dollars or euros. Spend in places where the cost of living is much lower. Imagine this. You earn $3,000 a month. In New York, that barely covers rent. But in Thailand, in Mexico, in Bali, that's a luxury lifestyle. And instead of one big retirement at 65, you take what Ferriss calls mini retirements. 3 months in Argentina to learn tango, 6 months in Spain to study flamenco, a year in Japan learning martial arts. Life stops being something you wait for. Life becomes something you live over and over again. Big takeaways. So, let's bring it all together. What do we learn from the 4-hour workweek? You don't need millions to live richly. You need smart design. Being busy is not the same as being productive. Systems and automation are your ticket to freedom. Retirement is not the goal. Lifestyle design is. Ferriss wants us to stop asking, how can I work more? And start asking, how can I live more? So let me ask you this. What's your dream day? What's the life you'd live if money and time weren't chains around your neck? Because here's the truth. Freedom isn't something you wait for. It isn't something that arrives at 65 with a gold watch. Freedom is something you design. It's something you create. It's something you can start right now. Tim Ferriss reminds us, it's not about working harder. It's about working smarter. It's about creating systems that give you time, and then using that time to build a life worth living. Because in the end, time, not money, is the real wealth. And that is the 4-hour workweek. We provide the link to get this book in the description box below. Do well to use our link, as it helps to get commission for every purchase. And please, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, so that you will be the first to know when we drop a new book.